What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining in to the Champion Jerseys Only podcast. This is going to be our volume 6. Been a couple months since we did one of these, so we'll have to say a Happy New Year to all of you. It's January 2022 already, so Happy New Year to you folks out there, and thanks for joining in and tuning in. We've got quite a few jerseys to take a look at tonight, some things that we've been collecting over the last 6 months or so, and letting this collection build a little bit so that way we can get you guys some pretty cool jerseys that we've been picking up in the last 6 months or so. Kind of slowed down a little bit, but recently picked up a lot, so just wanted to highlight some of these and get the video out there for you guys that are watching on YouTube, and also the podcast that we're going to be continuing and talking champion jerseys, specifically NBA jerseys from back in the day. If you're a champion jersey fan, you know that these things are still golden and people love them a lot, and they've actually really increased value in the last couple years, and they've really become more popular. So just a quick shout out for all of the things that we do here. So we have a social media kind of platform that we use to display some of these jerseys and let you guys take a look at them. We're on Instagram and Twitter. The Instagram is at Champion Jerseys Only. Pretty easy. Champion Jerseys Only is our Instagram page. Unfortunately, on Twitter, somebody already had that, so it's on Twitter at Champion Jerseys, and it's a capital C and capital J. If you search for us at Champion Jerseys, we'll have links in the description for those. And then if you're listening to the podcast and want to watch the YouTube video of this to see the jerseys, I'd suggest doing that because it's kind of hard to take a look at them unless you're watching the video. So go on YouTube, search Hoops Media, and then under Hoops Media, you can just type in Champion Jerseys Only Podcast Volume 6. It'll be listed there. And we'll have some links out on the Twitter page and some other ways, and on the Instagram page as well, to let you guys get over to those links. If you're a fan of these jerseys, if you have questions, or if you want to talk to us, shoot us a DM in any one of those locations. If you have jerseys to show off, use the hashtag Champion Jerseys Only, hashtag Champion Jerseys Only, or Champion Jerseys. We'd love to see what you guys are collecting, what you guys have. And like I said, by all means, shoot us a DM if you want to ask some questions, or maybe want to inquire about these jerseys. So for the most part, most of these jerseys are listed on an Etsy page that we run that are for sale. So if you see something you like, odds are it's going to be for sale on an Etsy page. Not all of these are set for sale, and some of them haven't been listed yet. So if you don't see one or two, and you're interested, just let us know, and it should be going up very shortly. So please check us out. Please jump on that Etsy page. We have tons more available, and we look to get these quality jerseys out here and let fans use them. All right, thanks for joining in. Let's get started. All right, so to kick things off, we'll start off with this Rockets on top on the left-hand side here. The Rockets blue with some pinstripes in it. These jerseys probably, I think, around 1998, 1999 were the newer design of the Rockets jerseys, and they were made by Champion. If you are guessing or want to guess, I'll give you a few seconds before I flip it over. It is a Champion size 44, which is a large. One thing that I point out in the past is these jerseys typically do run a little smaller, not by too much, but just a little bit than what their size is. Obviously, with it being 25 plus years old, 20 plus years old, they do shrink quite a bit, but not too bad. They really do hold up. This one's in pretty good shape. Not really too much flaws on it. A little bit on the basketball there with some of the lettering and the logo there. But I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. This is a replica jersey. One of the more common ones, like I said, large. Number 33 of Rockets. It's blue. And if you guessed Scottie Pippen, then you were right. Scottie Pippen, after the Bulls days, jumped ship and went over to the Houston Rockets, played there for a couple years. I think pretty much ended his career there, or I believe the Portland Trail Blazers, but still had some relevancy in the Houston years after the Chicago Bull years. So that might have been more like 97, 98, something like that, after the Bulls championships, 1998. And so this is Champion Houston Rockets Scottie Pippen. That's a large. one of our later pickups. Staying on this side, we got an older Warriors. We'll see some other Warriors here tonight. So this is an older, fairly early 90s, mid 90s, before they changed their logo, Golden State Warriors. This one's missing the jock tag, one thing that I don't like, missing the jock tag. So this one's not going to go for a whole lot because I do like the allure of the jock tag and all that. So missing the tag up front as well, but it is a replica. I do believe it's real. I don't think it's fake, just based on the quality and the way the jersey's made. I do think it's real. Number 4, Golden State Warriors, typical just blue and yellow. Flashback to the 90s, like I said. I think this one probably is going to be, going to have to measure it exactly, but I think it's going to be a medium, possibly a large. It looks a little small to me as well. I'm going to line it up with another jersey and also do some measurements with a measuring tape to see what we're looking at there. So Warriors, number 4. And if you guessed Chris Webber, you got that one right. Fairly good shape, actually. Other than the jock tags missing in the tag in the neck, it's actually in really good shape. A little bit of tatter on the jerseys on the bottom, on the bottom of the jersey, but not too bad shape. And one of our latest pickups. Actually, this is the latest one that we've gotten recently. All right, moving on to the next one. Sticking on this side, we're going to go with the Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. This is a replica as well. Size 48, that's XL. It's blue with the older mid-90s logo. They changed that also, I think around the same time as the Rockets that we said before, early 2000s, late 90s. And beautiful logo. We've always kind of enjoyed this logo over the past. And those old school 90s logos are always sweet. This one, the basic one on the jersey, but the actual logo itself that they used in print was pretty sweet with the mountains in the background. So replica as well. Nuggets, number 24, size 48. Pretty good shape as well. A little bit of blemish around the numberings and stuff, but not too bad. And if you guessed the great Antonio McDyess, you got it. As you can see, some blemish on the numbers on the back. The gold there is probably a little bit tough to stay, but given this jersey is probably almost 30 years old, 25 years old, it's in great shape nonetheless. And the replica jerseys that they made really do hold up great for being, just your run-of-the-mill replica jerseys. So that's a McDyess, one of our latest pickups. And coming up next, we got a Philadelphia 76ers replica as well. This one's a size 48, extra large, in really good condition. Not quite as old as the last few that we've shown to you, but definitely in those early 2000s when Champion was still making jerseys for the NBA. And it's a number 1. Kind of a tough one to get. If you're a big fan of the Sixers, you might remember this player. I don't think he played there for too long. Don't think he was there around for the years when they were making the NBA Finals and playing in the playoffs with Iverson, but just before that, I believe. And he had a pretty decent career. Played with the Bucks, I believe, for a little bit. May have started off with the Bucks and went to the Sixers or vice versa. But anyway, this would be a Tim Thomas jersey. Tim Thomas. Look that name up if you don't remember him or look at him. Jersey's in great shape as well. Number 1. It's always pretty cool. Got the real nice red banding around the sleeves and then the black and gold accents on it. Very good shape as well. All right, going to move over to this right side where you see this beautiful Indiana number 7 jersey, Pinstripe replica. You'll notice this one's a little bit smaller than everybody else, and that's because it is a kids or boys large, 14 to 16. so a little bit smaller. Surprisingly, the boys' jerseys that we get in sell pretty good no matter who they are. I only have really a couple left. I mean, I don't get as many, but the ones I do get, they're usually gone. They're great for, like I said, for boys, kids, but girls, young girls can definitely fit into these, and they really do fit true to size, and they're usually always in great shape. They're smaller in the size of obviously the men's or the adult jerseys, but like I said, sometimes smaller folks can get into them, and girls especially, and then the kids as well. So definitely cool ones. This is a Indiana number 7 pinstripe blue, a road jersey, if you will. And if you guessed that it was Jermaine O'Neal, you got that one right. Jersey's in really good shape. Numbers, letters, not much cracking, not much blemish on those, and the pinstripe is always nice. These Pacer jerseys typically don't last too long when we have them. Seem to be pretty popular, and they probably weren't as popular when they're made, so there's not a whole lot of them, so they're a little bit harder to find. But people really do go for these Pacer jerseys. We've sold plenty of Pacers over the years with the Reggie Millers, got some Jalen Rose, stuff like that, Rick Smiths. So Pacers pretty popular. Next up, the Bulls, number 23. I'll give you one guess on who that is. This is also a boy's jersey, kids jersey, large, 14 to 16. The thing about this one is, if you notice the back of it here, it is reversible. Champion did quite a few reversible jerseys. Obviously, Jordan was playing 95, 96, something like that. They did quite a few for different players, but you don't see them for every player. And most of the time it was the superstar players, Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan. I do believe they did them Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, stuff like that, so probably later 90s too, for a couple years. But we'll flip this one in. So it's black on one side and red on the other, reversible. It's got the jock tag on both. No tag on the inside, but this is a kid's large, and this is in great shape as well. Like I said, these go really well because of the availability for different people to wear them, and numbering is a little cracked on the back and the lettering as well, but not in too bad a shape overall, and a kind of a cool deal with the reversible. They're not super hard to find, but sometimes they do tend to be a little bit hard to find. We don't have too many of them. We had actually a large Jordan reversible that actually sold before we even got to put it up on this new pickup. So there we go with the MJ reversible kids. Now we're heading into some pretty cool special ones that we've had. We actually are missing one that I'm going to get out in a couple seconds, but moving on to another classic, and one that's really a popular one, and one that kind of grabs everyone's attention. This would be the Jordan Chicago Bulls black. You notice this one has pinstripes. It's a size 40, which is a medium. And if you notice, there's no champion logo up in the top right corner. And it is made in the USA. And so this one here is actually an authentic champion jersey. Step ahead of the Replica jersey, and obviously a step below the game-worn jerseys. But these are the ones, these were the premier. And I don't know exactly how much these were when they first came out, but you can imagine probably over $100, which in the late 90s was, pretty decent price for these. So don't see these a whole lot, and you don't see them made in a whole lot of different players. Obviously, the big name players are going to be the ones, and I think the Bulls started wearing pinstripes in 1996, so Jordan's last year. And it's really made, really quality. The feel of it has got really, really nice feel to it. A different feel than the replica jerseys, not so much of the polyester. And the numbers, you can tell right away that the numbers are kind of stitched in there, and the lettering. So they're actually stitched on versus the print. So great shape. This one in particular, great shape. Size 40. This one is a little bit smaller. I guess like I said, just a hair off of what I would consider a medium shirt for men's, but pretty close to men's medium. Back is beautiful. All stitched on. These you do see from time to time get copied and faked, so it's good to take a look at them and make sure that they're not fakes when you get them. We might go over some of that at some point with you guys to give you some ideas on those, or show you the difference between those, because they did. There were people trying to fake those, so want to be careful about that. This one is on our Etsy page and put up recently, so if you guys want to check that out, look that up. And on to the next. So we got another Sixers. You've seen one of these earlier around the same time, maybe a little bit after the last one you saw. One thing about these Sixers jerseys, like the Lakers, when they changed them a little bit with the logos, they also did something with the sleeves. So you see the more what I call like the jersey look, almost like an A shirt or a wife beater. Versus the like sleeveless shirt look. So it's, not sleeves, but definitely longer. And the Sixers were one of the teams that did that. The Lakers as well, with some of the Kobe's, the original Kobe's with the more thinner straps on the shoulders are definitely the ones you look for. But if you're looking at a Sixers Allen Iverson, one that has these like sleeveless sleeves on it versus a thinner one are definitely better. The thinner one, I'm sorry. And if you notice, we are looking at, this is a size 48, definitely got a bigger feel, like an XL. This one definitely looks like a men's XL shirt. If you notice, it's still got the tags on it. So we got the extra large champion tag on that part there, and an NBA Authentics tag with the hologram. I wish it had the price on it, because I'd like to know how much, but this one unfortunately doesn't have the price, just has the description on it with some cool numbers there. So this one's tough if you want to try and guess. This guy was a point guard, but it wasn't Allen Iverson. Bounced around the NBA a little bit, had a cool name. That's one hint. I don't know that he played for the Sixers for too long. I don't think he was part of the NBA final teams that made runs, but definitely a good player. If you look him up, he's kind of got some quirky and cool highlights in the past. So give you one more second to guess. If you said Speedy Claxton, you got it right. And if you'll notice, this is a autographed jersey. And number 12, Speedy Claxton, great shape. Like I said, it's new, but it is older, so it's worn a little bit. Autograph right there. Comes with a little bit of a authenticity from Fleer. These aren't the best authenticity, but they do hold up. You'll see a lot of these stickers underneath jerseys. Signatures, especially in that time frame. And it actually has number 75 out of 175, which is pretty cool. So Speedy Claxton. Like I said, size XL. And it is a replica. All right, moving along. Here we go. We got two, which we would consider Holy Grail jerseys. Holy Grail jerseys for us. These are ones that don't come too often, and we don't part with too often. And the first one up, we'll do the Warriors one right here. We saw a Warriors jersey earlier. This one's from a little bit later time when a lot of teams changed logos, late 90s. Golden State Warriors. You'll see this logo even today. They've done some alternate jerseys with these. Number 9 is a 48, which is an XL, which fits me. One of the reasons why I like to call them Holy Grails, because I'll be able to wear them. and made in Mexico. It's a replica jersey, but it's tough to find. This guy did not play there for a whole long time and was definitely a well-known player, but was well-known for a separate team, a different team. So, kind of the tail end of his career he spent with the Golden State Warriors. And if you guessed John Starks, yes, John Starks, you got it right. Known for the Knicks, definitely by far. What a great player nonetheless. Got a little bit of blemishes on it, a little bit tattered, got some wear and tear, no doubt. But one of our holy grails, a tough jersey to find. If you look this one up, a lot of times people are asking some decent money for it. And one of our favorites so far, and part of a list that we have that are holy grails for us. And really happy to pick that one up. It's pretty fun. So moving on to the last one on our list here. It's another holy grail. Just got it. Kind of inspired us to do this little podcast and video tonight. I'm really happy with it. Picked it up actually from an Instagram account that we follow from another collector that sells. Size 52, which is a double XL. Definitely a big jersey. You'll notice it doesn't have an NBA tag on the right-hand side. That's because it's not an NBA jersey, but it's a Maryland Terps jersey. Maryland Terps basketball, number 23. I'll give you a second to try and guess this. Really great shape. All red. Letters, numbers, everything's in great shape. Doesn't look like it's been worn much at all. Made in Mexico. This guy had a great beginning of a career, was a rookie of the year, known for his dunks, flashy plays, played with the Houston Rockets. I'll give you some hints. Wasn't super known for his time at Maryland, but did play a couple years there, I believe 1 or 2, and had some highlight reels just in those times and turned it into a decent NBA career. Might have been more known for the beginning of it, but definitely had a great career and is a name that everybody knows that follows NBA, especially around this time. Flip it over. Doesn't have a name because it's a college jersey, but the 23 is looking really good. Great shape all around. Definitely going to be rocking this one. Don't think this one will be up for sale. Really impressed with the pickup. And number 23, if you guessed Steve Francis. Stevie Franchise. It's his jersey. I actually had no idea that the champion had made a Maryland Terrapins jersey of his. But pretty cool. So this is also another holy grail of ours. Probably won't be seeing this too much on our Etsy page, but rather rocking it and trying to keep it clean. So that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks for joining in. Like I said, Champion Jerseys Only podcast. This is volume number 6. Thanks for checking in with us here in the lab. Going to try and do some of these more often rather than wait a longer time. But we're part of the Hoops Media podcast group, so check out Hoops Media as well. We'll have links to all that and below in the description. Like I said, comment, like, share with some friends. Let everybody know if you have questions. Please shout them out because we love to answer those and get some conversation started. So thanks for joining in again. Hope you have a great night. See ya.